What's poppin', beautiful people up in YouTube land? I put the 3G Valley, you feel me? And we just gonna keep rolling with these WWE wrestling nostalgia. This one, 11 WWE wrestlers that were close to dying in the ring. Now, I definitely want to see this. Let's get into it.
I think it's fake. You think it's fake?
Now, calling pro wrestling fake is a sure way to upset a lot of people. Fake is an incredibly
fake is bro. That's what's called sports entertainment, bro. Because it's like part of it is real, bro. You gotta
ingenuous term to refer to this medium that is professional. Yes, the outcomes are predetermined, however the risks are real and the risk of injury or even worse is always present.
It's supposed to keep me stable so I don't turn around and pull the fusion out while the bone's growing together.
Wrestlers have to be on top of their games in every single match. Every move has to be performed with accurate precision or else disastrous results could follow.
Which was agony. Never in my life has 6 months felt like such a long time.
Join us now as WrestleMania looks at 11 times wrestlers were inches away from death in the ring. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos.
And we want to point out before we show the pictures, some of the video is violent and graphic.
Number 1. Mass Transit in ECW. The mass transit incident is one of the most infamous moments in the established history of Extreme Championship Wrestling. In 1996, at an ECW house show event, 17-year-old Eric Cullis filled in for Axel Rotten in a tag match. Eric would team with Devon Dudley against the team of the Gangsters, which consisted of New Jack and Mustafa Saeed. Prior to the match, Cullis asked New
ECW didn't give a shit. Nigga, 17-year-old wrestling, bro.
Jack
what?
to perform a blade job for him, as Eric had no experience executing the trick in order for wrestlers to safely bleed. However, during the match, New Jack used a surgical scalpel instead of a traditional razor blade.
Think about the law. So I stuck him in the forehead a couple of times, and did nothing happen. See, I just sliced him.
This led to Eric severing 2 arteries and almost bleeding to death in the ring. The consequences of this were drastic. It was revealed that Eric lied about his age to ECW owner Paul Heyman and had previously informed Heyman that he was 26 years of age with much experience.
You can hear Eric's father on tape yelling for the match to stop.
Eric would end up suing New Jack for assault and battery, however New Jack would be cleared of all charges.
It's our view that he knew exactly what was going to happen. He was prepared to go into the ring. He knew about the props.
If you want to know more about this
Bruh. That is crazy.
incident, be sure to check out our Behind the
Nigga
Titantron
said nothing happened, so I sliced his head open, bro.
Number 2, the
You
Big
gotta
Show in
just had
WCW
stop.
1998.
You just stop after that, bro.
Now it's hard to believe that the 7-foot-tall Big Show at one stage used to perform top rope drop kicks and take crazy bumps. However, during the Big Show's WCW run, this would be the case in every match he had.
The big man is up and a missile drop.
Nah, that's like a size 26 to your chest, boy. That anything can happen, bro. I'm scared of what's about to happen.
There isn't a better example of the Big Show's willingness to take bumps than his match against Kevin Nash at the 1998 sold-out pay-per-view. In the match, Nash attempted to jackknife powerbomb the Big Show until Nash lost his grip and the Big Show landed straight on his head.
Is he gonna try to jackknife him?
Oh my god. Sheesh.
Miraculously, the Big Show was completely fine and would still go on to have a legendary career in the WWE that still continues to this day.
It's only 2. I'm getting. This is crazy, bro. Fucking fly, boy.
Number 3, X-Pac on an independent show in 2013. In wrestling, it can often be the safest of moves that turn out to be the most dangerous. There isn't a better example of this than X-Pac's famous Bronco Buster that he used in every match.
No! How humiliating for Corey! I think
X-Pac was wrestling at an independent show in 2013 when he missed his opponent and failed to land the Bronco Buster and landed into the turnbuckle pad rather than his opponent.
Lost a beat either. Oh, wait a second. Oh, no.
His jewels
Nothing
is
seemed out
off.
of the ordinary at first, as this was a spot that had been done countless times over. However, it was later revealed that X-Pac had torn his rear end during the maneuver.
When he took off his singlet, there was just tons of blood.
X-Pac had suffered a torn rectum and lost so much blood after the incident that if he didn't go to a local hospital that same night, he could have died.
Wow.
I started getting dizzy and I started getting lightheaded, and I'm going, oh, I gotta call 911 because if I don't get this call out, I'm gonna pass out and fucking die.
Number
Happy
4,
you did.
Gangrel in 1999. During 1999 and the peak of WWE's Attitude Era, The Undertaker began the Ministry of Darkness faction.
You can never rest in peace now.
A cult-like
scary,
stable that
bro.
consisted of the aforementioned Undertaker, Bradshaw, Farouk, Mideon, Viscera, and The Brood. A lot of crazy segments were performed during this time period, but one was almost fatal to one of the individuals involved.
Hey! What? The Druids! The Druids are the Brood!
In an angle where The Undertaker was trying to force the Brood consisting of Gangrel, Edge and Christian to join his stable, other ministry members would attempt to hack Gangrel from the top rope. Unfortunately, this did not go to plan and the noose used wasn't appropriate for the stunt.
And tossing Gangrel off the apron! Gangrel
Bro,
hanging from that top
Yeah,
rope!
they be
And
wildin',
Gangrel
bro.
himself admitted he was gradually slipping away out of consciousness. Luckily, Mideon noticed that something was wrong and subtly stopped the spot from being fatal.
The Brood total annihilation at the hands of The Undertaker and his ministry!
Bruh.
Number 5, Enzo Amore at Payback 2016.
It's because all of you and what you have been demanding.
Payback 2016 was billed as a new era for WWE. They debuted half a dozen new talents following WrestleMania 32, and a strong majority of them would be featured on the pay-per-view. The first match of the pay-per-view featured 4 of them. It would feature the team of Enzo and Cass versus Simon Gotch and Aiden English. However, the match would go drastically wrong just minutes in. Gotch would go to toss Enzo out of the ring, but Enzo's head hit the second rope and he fell to the ground.
Finals of this tournament now, one match away. Wow, man, wow.
In a scary image, Enzo laid there motionless and the crowd went silent with fear of what they just witnessed.
Again, this is
we've got a bad injury.
Again, this is a serious situation that has developed at ringside.
Luckily, Enzo was okay and he had just had a concussion.
Huge relief when he posted a pic just a few hours later, proving he was in better health.
However, it was indeed a scary moment to witness and just goes to show how every spot in a match could cause serious injury. Number 6, Seth Rollins on Raw in 2014.
The following is a steel cage match!
Now, WWE uses a system for their cage matches that involves the cage lowering from above and being attached to the ring by spikes so the cage is secure and safe for wrestlers to compete in. However, this near-death experience didn't come from an actual cage match, it actually came from the cage lowering down.
The steel cage is being brought down around the ring!
In 2014 on a Raw, in a segment where the Authority tried to trap Roman Reigns in a steel cage, when the cage was lowering, Rollins was attempting to sneak into the ring with a steel chair. However, a spike that was going to attach the cage to the ring nearly impaled him. He was literally inches away from the spike going directly into his back with the sheer force of the steel cage. Luckily, Rollins pulled out of the ring at the last second, avoiding disaster.
Talk about backfiring. You're not
Yo,
Number 7,
that
Brock
could have been
Lesnar at
bad,
WrestleMania
bro.
19.
That'd have been RIP
Brock Lesnar being
to
able
one of
to
the best
execute a
wrestlers out
shooting
right
star
now.
press is beyond belief and something that still blows the mind of wrestling fans to this day. But during Lesnar's
The fact that Lesnar was doing all that crazy shit before just showed how nice this nigga is, bro. He's still nice, but bro, back in the day, that's crazy, bro.
VW days, he would often cleanly hit the move in training exercises.
Bro.
Lesnar would finally get a chance to use the move during his main event classic against Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 19. The spot came in the closing minutes of the match, and Lesnar was clearly exhausted. He would miss the shooting star press and land on his head. An extremely scary sight, and one still hard to watch to this day.
What's this? the hell's Lesnar doing, Cole? Oh my God! Lesnar went for the shooting star press.
Lesnar suffered a concussion from the move going wrong, and the match was forced to come to an abrupt end on the
God.
fly. Luckily, Lesnar had extremely strong neck muscles, or else the move could have been deadly.
I've never seen anybody, as we saw in Seattle at
Yeah,
WrestleMania, attempt a shooting star press at 300 pounds.
Number 8. Draws on SmackDown in 1999.
From an upper-class background, Darren Drozdov was an unlikely candidate.
The story of Droz is the saddest on this list. Droz had a great career ahead of him. He was charismatic and was a great wrestler who was seemingly improving with every passing week.
That's right, Droz has been making great strides here in the WWF the last couple of weeks.
However, during a dark match with D'Lo Brown in 1999 on SmackDown, this would all change. D'Lo Brown would go for his trademark running powerbomb in the match, but sadly D'Lo wasn't able to get a proper grip, which led to Droz fracturing 2 vertebrae in his neck.
We don't know what went wrong. Out of respect, we don't watch the tape.
Droz would then have no movement from his neck downwards thanks to the incident and would be bound to a wheelchair to this day. The incident could have been way worse, and it's a relief that the wrestling world didn't lose Droz on that night in 1999. Number 9. Mick Foley at the King of the Ring in 1998.
This is a little bit too much. I was not ready for this video. I thought I was.
Mankind vs. The Undertaker.
Yeah, this was the most epic match of all time.
Pay-per-view is arguably the most famous match in the history of professional wrestling. The Hell in a Cell that took
almost
place
died
on the
5
fateful
times in
night
this
will
match.
be remembered forever, and the bumps that Mick Foley was willing to take will never be topped, and one particular spot is ingrained into fans' heads forever.
He lost a
In a
tooth,
spot where
all
The
that.
Undertaker would throw Foley off the top of the Hell in a Cell structure, Foley had...
It was like, I feel like in this match, it was like Mick Foley was just like, yo, how far can I go? Undertaker, keep doing it. He's like, you sure? Keep doing it. Like, bro, there's no possible way
to land with exact precision to avoid
a
disaster
real person
and
could
almost certain
endure
death.
all of that. Bro, that's crazy, bro. That was just a little bit of
Another bump in the match
that was the whole
featured
match,
Mick Foley
pretty
being
much.
chokeslammed through the top of the Hell in a Cell structure. And this wasn't planned, as the cell wasn't supposed to completely give in. Undertaker later revealed that he thought Foley was instantly dead from the spot, but he knew that he had to remain in character.
I would have thought nigga died too. That is crazy.
However, Foley would miraculously be able to finish the match and even take part in a run-in during the main event of the pay-per-view.
Oh my God, tell me that's not, it's Mankind.
And would continue to wrestle full-time for the next few years. Number 10, Vic Grimes in 1999 and 2002.
They almost died 2 times.
No love for Big None, cause he's a idiot. If I want him to die.
New Jack and his actions once again make an appearance on this list, this time with the Vic Grimes incident. Now this story has 2 parts. The initial part of the story involves the ECW Living Dangerously pay-per-view, as New Jack and Vic Grimes would wrestle in a match that incorporated a spot where both men would fall 15 feet from a scaffolding. But seconds before the bump was due to take place, Grimes showed hesitation.
Pay-per-view, let's go. He's, I can't do it, Jack. I'm scared. It's too high. And we having this conversation 20 feet above the floor. I said, Vic, on 3.
And this annoyed New Jack, who opted to drag Grimes.
Nah, boy. He's involved with too much near-death situations, bro.
Down with him and commit to the spot. Sadly, this was not planned to go down this way, meaning both men missed the tables that were there to absorb the fall, and Grimes fell directly onto New Jack's head, giving him legitimate brain damage.
Let's go. I never recovered from that. Broke my leg. Lost my sight on right now. To this day. I get headaches every day. And I have insomnia.
18 months later in 2000,
That nigga should have stopped wrestling when he almost killed that other nigga, bro. Bro, son, how? Why?
the two
Why?
would meet again in a similar match, but this time at a live event. However, New Jack took it upon himself to taser Grimes and throw him 40 feet down towards the ring.
This is the
resulting in
same match?
receiving multiple injuries to avenge Grimes' prior so-called unprofessional conduct. It would later be revealed that Grimes was a mere feet away from the fall, killing him instantly.
I can't believe he didn't die.
It's the luck of fools that this guy was not at least paralyzed.
And number 11, Daniel Bryan in Ring of Honor. Now, Seth Rollins' buckle bomb move has been responsible for injuring a lot of wrestlers and even at one point retiring WWE Hall of Famer Sting.
Sting is spent. Absolutely spent. He might be hurt.
Bro, I feel like he got other moves too that be injuring niggas crazy. But he had to stop doing the curve stomp for a while because like it was like close to like hurting people because I mean you kicking people's head in, bro. But
in some cases, the buckle bomb move can be even scarier, as seen in a match between Rollins and Bryan from Ring of Honor. Wrestling as Tyler Black threw Danielson right into the turnbuckle, but the turnbuckle freakishly broke, and it nearly sent Bryan's head just inches away from impaling his head onto the post. It's definitely one of those moments where you think, damn, that was close. But there you have it, guys.
Well, I'm not gonna hold you. This probably was the most hardest video to watch out of all videos today, bro. Damn, bro. Especially with the Grimes John, bro. Oh my god. It's your boy G and I'm up out of here. Peace.